Your manager may already have a word for how you use AI, and you don't know what it is yet. Let me tell you why this one caught my attention this morning, because I've been coaching people inside of corporate America for a very long time, for over 20 years now. And the companies that grade you without telling you the rubric, that's not new. We've seen that before. What's new is that now there's a name for it, and it got something to do with a tool half the room barely trust yet. That's just what it is. I have watched this exact same pattern play out with performance reviews my whole career. The rubric always exists. The only question is whether you find out about it before your review or during it. So just know that in your next review, you may have somebody talking to you about your uses of AI. Now, I've been an AI user for a very long time, daily, consistently. But the place where I'm employed, they just rolled out Claude. And I've been using Claude for a very, very long time. And I can tell you like this, it's been very difficult for me to make the switch from using my personal instance of Claude to the company's instance of Claude. So I have to figure out a way how I can use the personal or my company's version of Claude, because it is more than likely being watched, my usage. And I need to spend the time to commit to setting it up to be my cockpit. Basically, that's what I need to do. I'm telling you guys this because you may be in the same sort of situation yourself, right? Where you could be a heavy user of AI, but you may not be using what counts. So just be aware that companies are watching your AI usage, and it may show up in your next review. Now, here's where it gets risky. Amazon and Uber both tried leaderboards for tracking AI use. Both companies pivoted away from it. We talked about this earlier this year. We got Duolingo, who also walked back plans to evaluate AI use in performance reviews. You got Meta, who's facing something very serious right now, a lawsuit, because laid off workers allege that the company used AI to rank productivity, including how often people used AI tools and picked the lowest scores for cuts. Sounds like something that Meta potentially could do. That's allegedly, right? Hey, you're not using AI, Antoine? Gonna be on a cut list. I'm like, whatever. I'm like 87% to my quota. I use AI every single day, just not the way that you want me to use it. But this is what companies are saying to people at times, though. You got to think about it, right? Like, they're looking at you using AI. And companies, people are going to find a way to get around it, right? Like, this is the same reason why these companies blew their token budget at one point in time, right? Because they started degrading people on AI, and people are like, all right, well, you want me to use AI? I'm going to use AI. Hey, let me create this loop real quick and just consume as many tokens as possible. And you have one person who spent over $1 million in tokens because they're trying to game the system. That's the whole point, right? Like, they're trying to game it. You're trying to play a game with them. They're going to be playing a game with you. That's just what happens, guys. So, Meta, they denied the allegations, but a professor of industrial psychology at the University of Minnesota, his name is Richard Landers, said this: there's a lot of drive to push that responsibility onto the frontline workers in a way that's not particularly fair. And it's not just startups doing this. Accenture reported starting monitoring AI logins when considering workers for top-level promotions. And at Google, non-technical employees were told AI use could show up in their performance reviews. Google says it's not required, but it can be evaluated. So you see the pattern here. Nobody's telling you the rules because it's not in writing, but everybody's watching the usage. If you have a conversation, but like this, if my boss calls me up, Antoine, how are you using it? Now, we just had a QBR, quarterly business review, a week or two ago. And one of the things that he wanted us to demonstrate is how we're using AI. And he wanted us to demonstrate it because we have a different range and skills of people who's on the team as sellers and contributors and stuff like that. And he just wanted, for us to kind of demonstrate how we're using it. And I don't know and the first thing that came to my mind when he said that, I was like, man, are they tracking this stuff? Are they tracking it? Right? Like, is he really tracking it, but he's not saying anything? But companies are experimenting on live employees right now. And some of them, the companies like Meta, are getting sued for it. So just know that you may be, the eye may be on your keystrokes in AI and how much token you use. And so forth. We heard NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang said, if he's paying a engineer $500,000 a year, which he pays engineers over that, he better be consuming his salary plus in tokens. Now, he hasn't said anything about that yet, but that's what they're basically saying, right? That was said earlier this year when AI usage needed to be increased by individuals, and CEOs wanted that. So just wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys are up to date on what's going on here. A survey from General Assembly polled 500 businesses and business leaders in the US and in the UK, and nearly half had already built AI use into employee reviews. One VP of engineering at a company called Typeform, his name is Stefan Calamari, said that he asked his team, now that I've given you a new tool, how much faster are you doing it? But he added, speed alone doesn't cut it. His words, I'm expecting more ambitious output from fewer people. A CEO named Shinzi Deng, who runs a company called Merge, said the highest praise goes to the person who finds a good use case and teaches it to their coworkers. If you're teaching other people, then that's a level above what we would expect, and it compounds over time. So teaching somebody else what you learn is what gets rewarded, not just using the tool and quietly doing your own thing at your own desk. A company called Travelport built a dashboard for the engineers. It uses AI to analyze code and figure out which tools each engineer actually used to write it. Their chief transformation officer, his name is Lee Senderov, said managers can see if somebody isn't using certain features, then have a real conversation about what that person does or doesn't understand. Not everybody thinks the grading conversation is even the right conversation to have. You got Mark Sindadella, who runs the career site Ladders. Many of you guys have subscribed to Ladders before. I've been subscribed to it for a number of years now. He said people need more time to actually discover what AI is good for. Those are his words. And he basically said this, if this was measurable, that would mean it's not an amazing technology. So in other words, if we already knew exactly how to grade it, it probably wouldn't be worth grading. A leadership advisor named Lori Moffat put it another way. Her words were, leaders are realizing that this usage conversation isn't having the impact they were looking for. So, meaning companies push everybody to just use the tool. And a lot of them are realizing that alone didn't change much. Using AI and using it well are two completely different things, she said. So that's it, guys. That's it. LifeCam says there are so many ways to utilize AI, right? It is a social experiment. That's exactly what it is. I mean, like, that's exactly what it is. And it seems like, you know, their companies are giving you access to the tools and they're like, oh, we're going to grade you on it. But a Deloitte report from January found 84% of companies haven't even redesigned the work to match the tools yet. So most of this is still made up as they go. It's interesting how this whole thing is playing out. I wanted to share that with you guys to get you up to speed on. You may be getting reviews, or you may be getting asked how you're using AI inside of your reviews. And if you're not using it, you better start.